So what we're going to talk about now is how to create stills from your video. As we saw, we have this edit here. That is a jump edit, and we don't have really great video. So here's my cover shots for the garden, and if I play that, we see it's moving around and the quality is really low, doesn't last very long. So let's instead stop it and create a still. That's actually a nice still there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now take a still from my source video. And right here there's a small icon, and it's a small camera, and it says, if you hold the cursor over it, export frame. So I'm going to click on it, and here's what it gives me is a small window, and I can name the frame. So I'm going to call it opening garden. Still, canopy. I'm going to save it as a TIFF file because that's a nice high quality file, and I'm going to click this little box and make sure that's clicked and import it into the project, and I'm going to browse and I'm going to save it over to my week 4 folder. So I'm going to choose that, and I'm going to say OK. And as soon as I do that, here's my still, opening garden still canopy. And I'm going to bring that onto my timeline. So by default, it's about 5 seconds long, but I can make it as short or as long as I want to. There we go.
What I do here is grow.
And I could also add a dissolve to the beginning and end of it, just as if it's a regular video clip. Of course, as we see, what we're trying to do is cover up this bad edit here, or a jump edit. So we want to make sure that our dissolve is completely in the first clip.
In the Garden Manager, what I do here is grow as much.
Okay, so that's fine. If I wanted to, I could also take a still from my timeline. So for instance, here she is. If I wanted to take a still of her, I would use the icon on the right side. So same thing, export frame, and I would name it, I would say interview, and I'm going to go to my week 4 folder, and I'm going to browse over there, and there's my other stills, and I'm going to choose that and import into project and say OK. So now here's my interview still, and you see her as just a still.